Hi, I'm Paula Caplan. I'm the person who wrote Call Me Crazy, which I call a comedy drama with music. And I'm also a psychologist, not so proud of that. Um, but I want to tell you why it is that I wrote Call Me Crazy. As a psychologist, I was teaching and I was training graduate students, and I was using the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual, the Psychiatric Diagnosis Manual, as though it were a scientifically grounded document because, that's what they claim. The American Psychiatric Association claims that their book, from which they make hundreds of millions of dollars in profit, they want you to believe that it's science. So I thought it was science in the service of reducing human suffering. And then, through an interesting chain of events that I've described in some of my writings, I ended up on two committees that were supposed to be writing DSM-4. I was on those two committees for 2 years, and then I resigned on moral, ethical, and professional grounds because I was horrified to discover that when the good science doesn't agree with them, they will ignore it, distort it, or lie about it. And I was also horrified that they didn't seem to care when I drew their attention to the harm that was being done by psychiatric diagnosis. I always say psychiatric diagnosis is the first cause of everything bad that happens in the mental health system. Because if they don't diagnose you, they're not supposed to do anything to you. But once they give you any label, even the ones that sound very mild, once they give you any label of a psychiatric disorder, they can do almost anything to you and call it treatment, and then you have almost no recourse. In the United States, for sure, and you can tell me if it happens in your countries, there is no oversight of psychiatric diagnosis. The APA is officially a lobby group, and it produces the DSM, makes a fortune, uses not one penny to redress any harm that comes to anyone from psychiatric diagnosis. So I wrote this book about what I learned as an insider, and it's called They Say You're Crazy, How the World's Most Powerful Psychiatrists Decide Who's Normal. And then I thought, well, how many people are going to read the book? I want to put this on stage, put the truth on stage. Now, what's been interesting is I have to have a playwright's note whenever the play is performed. And the playwright's note says, every event, every incident in this play is true, especially the ones you'll think I must have made up. So I look forward to you joining us at the December 11th showing of Call Me Crazy. I have a fabulous cast. And then I'm going to be there for a talk back afterward. See you then.